Vintage Italian Moto Museum grand opening is coming, April 14th. With all the details, we say hello right now to the owner. It's Joe Cotroneo joining us right here on Daytime. How are you, Joe?
Very good, thank you.
You seem to like automobiles, fancy stuff.
A little bit.
Yeah. How far back are we going in your career, your love for this?
Well, about 30 years ago, I bought my first little Alfa Romeo two-seater sports car about 30 years ago, and it just took off from there.
Ever since then, yeah. So when did you come up with this idea of a museum?
Well, once my collection started growing, I just thought it would be a good idea to try and, put it all together in one location and create this museum.
Mm-hmm. So how big is the collection at this point?
Well, right now I have 104 motorcycles, 24 cars.
Sorry, what? Yeah, continue. Sorry, I'm blown away here.
7 bicycles, an Italian tractor.
Okay. What exactly is an Italian tractor?
Well, a lot of people don't realize, but Fiat is very big into farming equipment in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
And but I found this one in Oxford Mills, right here in.
Interesting. Okay, so you said over 100 motorcycles?
Yes.
So they aren't all going to be on display at this museum, though, correct?
Yes, they are.
They are, all 100 plus, so your whole collection is going to be there.
The whole collection is there.
Okay, so you have a fun day planned, obviously, as I mentioned, on the 14th. There's some pretty decent, cool people going to be dropping by as well.
Yeah, well, the ribbon cutting is going to be done by Mayor Jim Watson. I've got Councillor Catherine McKenney, Jeff Leeper, who's the councillor in Hintonburg, and Diane Deans is also going to be present.
Mm-hmm. Members of the Italian Embassy as well?
There's going to be a representative from the embassy. A lot of the car club members are going to be there.
That is super cool. Okay, so tell us about some of the automobiles, the motorcycles, some of your collection specifically.
Well, I mean, they're all Italian. The motorcycles, the years, they range from 1954 to 1974, Ducatis, Gileras, Moto Guzzi's, MV Agustas.
And there's some photos as well of some of your collection.
Yes.
Beautiful collection.
The red one in the middle, there's a Fiat 1200. The darker one there is, it's a Lancia Fulvia Zagato. Zagato was the coach builder, and they built some pretty neat vehicles.
Why do we see Pub Italia written on some of the dashes or the windshields?
I own Pub Italia.
Okay, all right, that makes sense. Good job there.
There's good advertising.
Nice plug right there. Okay, so can I ask you then, do you have a value on all of your collection?
No, I don't like to put a dollar figure on my passion for collecting.
But I mean, a lot of these are rare finds.
Yeah, they're rare in the sense, but you won't see a $1 million car in the collection. It's a people's collection.
Yeah. Okay, because you actually still continue to enjoy them. You actually drive some of these still?
Oh yeah. I mean, I'll drive whatever starts that day.
Yeah.
But it's some of them are strictly I can go around the block in them, but others the Lancia Fulvia I can get into it and. Go anywhere in it.
Do you turn a lot of heads when you hit the streets in one of those classic cars?
Well, they're kind of interesting, but sometimes a lot of people don't even know what they are.
Yeah. Well, I understand you also have a 3-wheel delivery vehicle. So what exactly is that?
Well, I have a few of them, but I have a Moto Guzzi, Tre, it's called, for 3 wheels. They were little delivery vehicles that were used in these small towns. And it looks like a miniature pickup truck, but you drive it like a Vespa. It's got handlebars and the clutch and the throttle. 48 cc, so you can run faster.
Yeah. Now, is it going to be a little bit interactive on your opening? Can people sit in the cars? Can they touch them? I know they're probably they're your babies, right? So you don't want people to destroy anything.
No, but I'm not. People can sit in them, take pictures. They're not sectioned off. It's pretty tight quarters anyway, so you'll have to.
Well, can you tell me about where you're set up exactly?
It's at 1050B Somerset Street. It's at the very close to Somerset.
Okay, so there's plenty of room. I know you said it's pretty tight, but how big of a show space is this?
Oh, it's 4,200 square feet.
Okay. So now people don't make it to the grand opening. You're not really going to be open per se, but you will be by appointment?
Yeah, at the beginning we'll do it by appointment only, and we'll kind of see where that takes us. There's a lot of volunteers that are going to have to get involved in this. And
I know your Instagram account as well has plenty of great photos there. Yeah. Are you still on the search for classic cars, or do you have enough at this point? Motorcycles?
No, like there's always something that comes up that I don't have.
Yeah, and you have to have it. Okay, Vintage Italian Moto Museum, the grand opening is happening on Sunday, and it's from 2 to 5. Thank you very much, Joe, for being here today.
Well, thank you. It's my pleasure.
Super cool. Lots of cool cars. What a collection. Over 100 motorcycles. Wow. More daytime coming up in moments. I'm Dylan Black, and this is Rogers TV.